Well, in the last couple of videos, I've mentioned some goofy dreams that I've had. You know, throwing the trash cans at the aliens, and, well, it killed them. That's how you kill them. 10 trash cans. If you didn't see that video, go back and see it. But I know how to get rid of them. But why don't we look a little into dreams? Have you ever had one that's actually come true? Usually the ones I have are so goofy and so off the wall, there's no way they could come true. And if they did, you'd be in some sort of a science fiction movie. Because I'm going to tell you. And dreams come for me, the weirdest ones are if I ever take a nap in the afternoon, those are the dreams that are the weird ones. I'm telling you. I might wake up with two heads, sprout a pair of wings, and take off. No, I've never had that dream, but some pretty weird ones. Now, there are some that I've had reoccurring dreams. As I said in the previous video, the spaceships up there, spaceships up there that are shooting at each other in the galactic war type thing, and then the aliens, but I can't explain this one, and I'm wondering if anyone else has had this type of dream. And maybe it's because we watch a lot of movies. I don't know. But it's like I am running, which is something I ain't done in years. But I'm running, and I am able to jump. I mean, 25, 30, 50 feet in the air, and just go as long as I want by jumping. And then I have a fear of landing, and then when I land, it's nothing. And then I say, hey man, this is cool. And I'm running, and I can just jump, you know, a 3-story building. I can jump and run at top speeds that you couldn't run as a human. I have had those kind of dreams a bunch of times. I don't know what they mean. Is this another existence where we have superhuman powers that we're remembering? Because I don't really even know if it's me, because I don't have a mirror in my dreams to look and see, hey, yeah, that's you. Have you ever looked in a mirror in a dream? Does something weird happen then? I don't know. I've never looked in a mirror in a dream. Most of the time, we don't remember half our dreams. And I guess they only last like a minute or two, a few minutes of your entire night. And I have had the dreams where I feel like I'm being held down, woke up screaming. I've had the dreams where I'm falling. No, I didn't die. Had a lot of those, like you're falling out of the bed and it's an endless pit. I've had those dreams. Our mind can come up with some very weird stuff, but does it have really any meaning, or is it just your mind getting rest and all this stuff is jumbled up together? A lot of these that you can remember conversations you're having with somebody in your dreams, and you may not know. I have this happen all the time, to where I'm talking to somebody and I feel like I know them, that I'm comfortable around these people, but then I wake up, I'm like, who the hell was that? I don't know who that was. She was kind of cute though, but I don't know who she was. Have those all the time, where you're talking to people you've never met, at least you don't remember meeting. Then I've had the dreams where you're with people that you do know, but you haven't seen them in 25 years. Then you've had the dreams where you're with people that are deceased. Have those all the time. And they're not really, I would say, memories. It's a new scenario that never happened. Or it could be, you know, just... I had one, this was weird. I've never been a motorcycle rider, okay? Never. I wrecked a mini bike when I was a kid, and I wasn't allowed to get on one. I just never got... They're dangerous. I never got into them. says the guy going 50 miles an hour on the e-bike. But in a particular dream I had, I was riding a motorcycle. And I stopped at this motorcycle club with all these other motorcycle riders. I've never been a biker, never even think about being a biker, but I was a biker in this dream. Never wanted to be a biker. But in this dream, I was a biker. And I was hanging out with people. I had no clue who they were, but I knew them in the dream. Those kind of dreams are the weird ones, the ones that are hard to explain. So maybe in another life, I mean, it really couldn't be in another life because I'm 60 years old. If I was going to be a biker, now I imagine there were bikers before I was born. You know, it goes back to the 20s and 30s, but it wasn't that common like it is today. So to be a biker in a previous life, you know, I was born in 1966, so I would have had to bite the big one before that. Hey, you know, if you believe in that, even that kind of thing. So I don't know where that one comes from. I rarely have dreams of a real life event that actually happened to me. It's like my mind just, you know, clears the slate and it's coming up with all this goofy stuff. And I don't think I dream, you know, they say we dream every day. We rarely remember it. I don't know if I do or not. And I've actually made a video about deja vu. And I've had those type dreams where I see a certain place. And once in a while, I will find a place like that, and I'm like, hey, that's that place I'd been in. You know, I had to come from a dream because I'd never been there. It happened to me, I was driving through Illinois, and there was a building. And I stop at a light, I look over, there's this building, and I feel like I've been there before. So it had to happen in a dream. I mean, it was exactly like I remembered it, but I've never been there. And they call that deja vu. Now, this was an area where as a baby, because I had grandparents that lived there, as a baby I could have seen that place. But it's unlikely I would remember, you know, if that was true, I'm sure that building went through a lot of changes in the years. So I'm chalking that one up to deja vu. But you just never know what you're going to dream. You know, a lot of people say they're premonitions. I can't tell you one time I've ever dreamed of something that actually came true, that happened, that was warning me of something. And if they're warning me of something, you know, why am I jumping 25 feet in the air? Okay? Show me the dream. Show me something you're warning. I don't want to be flying. I don't want to have two heads. I want to be hanging out with bikers. You know, why you show me a biker dream? I'm never going to get on a motorcycle in the rest of the years I have left, so it's pointless to show me motorcycle dreams. Damn, I wondered what kind of motorcycle it was and how fast I was going. And I do remember this about the motorcycle dream. My bike broke down. Must have been a Harley, huh? I hear they break down a lot. But it broke down, and the mechanic was a chick. She was cute too, had short hair. I can still picture her face from that dream. That dream was probably a year ago. I don't think I'm going to meet any bike mechanic chicks because there's just not a lot of bike stuff around here. And I ain't looking for nobody, okay? So if you're a bike mechanic chick, I ain't looking. I'm happy. That bluegrass music's louder every year. You can hear it. Gets louder every single year. They just, you know, amps get bigger. People go deafer. They just had an ambulance go through a little bit ago. There isn't a year ago. They have that twice a year. Isn't a year goes by that an ambulance don't show up to that event. Because it's old people that go to that stuff. Bunch of old people. There's a lot of people over there across the road right now. Thousands. Thousands. Every year, twice a year. They have it in June, then they have it in October. So let me know what your strangest dreams are. Do you believe in all that? That they're trying to tell us something? I've just never really had a dream that where something occurred that, oh yeah, you should have listened to your dream, man. Or I've never had something happen. Hey, I dreamed about this. Don't do it. Nothing I can remember. And I made it 60 years. So apparently they're not that important. But if you think they're important, let me know about it. Thanks for watching. Happy trails. I'm going to go in. I'm going to eat some pork shoulders. Steaks. Pork shoulder steaks. I got to put them in this electric cooker. Skillet. A little beef tallow. That was good stuff. Happy trails.